Hello my friends, and welcome back. In today's video, we are going to be doing some work on Komorebi, the tiling window manager for Windows, written in the Rust programming language. It has been a minute since I did any work on this. I think actually we haven't done any work since the last release. Well, I tell a lie. There was an issue that I tried out something for on a branch. I think it was this one. Like, I don't use Rainmeter. I don't really know how it works, what it does. But there's something off with the Z order. And so I tried something, changing a flag. I got the idea from looking at the Glaze TWM codebase. Let's see if I can find that. No topmost. Yeah. Here it is. I saw that Laz was doing this, setting no topmost instead of bottom, which I was setting. And so I think what is happening is when I tell the window manager to set the position of a window, I have to give it a flag, right, to determine the Z order, but they're not very intuitive. So I have been using until now the flag bottom. And I think that is what is resulting in this behavior, because this has been positioned with the Z order flag bottom, but this is, I don't know. There's some mismatch, and no topmost seems to fix it, so we're gonna go with that. I think I have to do a couple of things first. I gotta pull because I merged some Dependabot stuff, and I need to cherry pick that commit and give it a real commit message. Git cherry pick this. Before I even do that, git checkout origin master. We need, ooh, that's not what I wanted to do. Git reset pod origin master. That's the one. Okay. Before I do that, I want to get in the habit of setting the version number 0.1.22. So now we are in 0.1.23 dev.0. I think that's how it's supposed to be. There's some like really strict versioning stuff. Anyway, it failed the build last time, so okay, -dev.0. You need to have that .0 now. I'm not sure when or why that started getting enforced, but that is what it is. Okay, let's update all of these. Cargo update. And we can commit these changes. Well, I think I committed more than I was supposed to, but updates are updates. Updates are good. Good to stay up to date. So this is going to be a chore commit. Yeah. Chore dev. What did I use last time? Because I did it for the first time last time, and I gave it a specific commit message format. That's it. Chore dev begin v0.1.23 dev. Yeah. Alright, so we pushed that. We have officially begun the dev. So now we can do our cherry pick of that commit again. And we can give it a much better commit message. And you change commit messages on commits, on only the last commit actually, by doing git commit amend. Use no topmost flag instead of bottom. It seems like when we use the bottom flag rain meter widgets, is that what they're called? I don't know, rain meter widgets will be drawn on top of windows that are managed by Komorebi. After looking at the Glaze WM codebase where this issue does not occur, it seems like the difference is made by the use of the no topmost flag. Very nice. And then this will resolve, what is the issue number? 679. 679. Sweet. And we can just see that in our git log. Excellent. Let's push. Now, the next thing that I wanted to work on today, it's a little bit weird. So I have not used the focus follows mouse, the feature, the Komorebi focus follows mouse feature. I haven't used it for a long time. And somebody told me, hey bro, this is broken. It is very much broken. So I'm going to do Komorebi C stop. And I'm going to run Komorebi with FFM. Oh, I've got to pull in a bunch of updates. That's okay. In the meantime, I am feeling very happy today because we got mango fruit beverage. If you're brown, you know all about this. This is the best stuff, especially in Ramazan. This is the best. Looking forward to this at the end of a long day. Hell yeah. I love it. I love it. Alright, here we go. So I need to toggle this on. Komorebi C enable. I'm going to bring this to the top. Komorebi C enable focus follows mouse implementation. Komorebi, that is not the right one. Alright, focus follows mouse, implementation Komorebi, enable. We can see that is now enabled. So, yeah, you can see it's kind of sometimes working, sometimes not, which is not great. Yeah, it just missed 2 there. So, I had a look in the code actually. Let's disable this since it's not working. I had a look in, I believe it was window. And there is a raise function here that actually is not even really being used anymore. So raise is only called once. What do you mean it? Oh, it's re-indexing. What do you mean it's not used anywhere? I know it's used somewhere. Stop lying to me. Oh my god, I really need a better IDE. There we go. It's used once here. But actually, I think raise is just like an older version of the focus command. And focus also now raises. So we can, I think basically if we just deprecate that from our like little internal API surface and we set this to focus, I think that should do the trick. Oh, this returns a result, so we should unwrap that result. Oh, does it also take focus follows mouse is going to be false. There we go. Now let's build. That was a little bit too eager. And there's also one other bug that I want to see if I can address separately, maybe in a different commit. And it's specifically to do with application window host applications. So, okay, this is now working as expected. Yeah. Focus is following the mouse. Excellent. So I'm going to disable that because I don't actually like this behavior anymore. Like I said, I haven't used that behavior for a long time. Let's just run a thumpt real quick. See if Clippy has anything to say. We might as well address any lints at this point before we start changing more code. Mango is really the best fruit. I'm just thinking, is there a fruit that I like more than mango? I don't think that there is. What is your favorite fruit? Where you come from? Like, what is the most popular fruit that everybody picks as their favorite fruit? For me, it's mango. Mango, number one. Alright, so we're okay with the thumped. And we can add this as a fix. Bug fix, TWM. What are we gonna call this? Switch Komorebi FFM implementation. No. Use focus function in Komorebi FFM. This commit swaps out the old raise function for the more up-to-date and tested focus function when raising a window. For focus when the Komorebi implementation of focus follows mouse is enabled. There we go. That wasn't an issue for this one. Somebody just mentioned it on Discord. Alright, there we go. 2 commits, 2 fixes. We are on fire. We are on fire. So, let me see. Bruh, why did you go full screen? Not cool. Alright. Let's just restart that. Okay, now it is managed. So, you may have noticed I am back on the ultra wide, on a ultra wide. The old one died. Now that I am working again, got my first paycheck, got me an ultra wide monitor. That is how I prefer to work these days. Now, this second monitor up on the top actually is an iPad that I have mounted here. I have OBS on it, so I can just see that it's recording, see that the audio is coming through. Yeah. So what I noticed was the focus follows mouse. It's a bit funny here. Like, it'll catch it first, but then it won't catch it again. And I think I did a little bit of debugging on this. And let's see if I can demonstrate that. Actually, let's go through the process together. So, actually, why don't we start right at the beginning, right? So, right at the beginning, in the main function, if the user has enabled custom FFM is the name of the flag internally, and that's when you pass the implementation Komorebi flag. It starts this function in a thread, and that is called listen for movements. And what this does is it listens for movements from the mouse, receiver, receive next, and we ignore movements when we receive a mouse button action, a release or press, because we don't want to send any raise events while we are dragging or resizing. Makes sense. And then when we have mouse move relative as an event, and we're not ignoring movement, actually, when the release, I misread this completely. So when we do a press, we set this ignore movement variable to true. When we release, we set it to false. So if there is movement and the button is pressed down, that means that ignore movement will be true. But when it is set to false, once the button has been released, then we will do raise window at cursor position. Which brings us here. And, okay. So we get the window at cursor position using a Win32 API. That is window from point. So the way that works is that we call the cursor position API, get cursor pos, and then we pass that to window from point. And that gives us a HWND. So why don't we debug this? So we'll make a new window. And I think we can debug the window. Yeah, we can do this. So let's debug window dot class window dot exe and window dot title. Why don't we do that? So we run again. Yep, we run again. These have some results, but it doesn't matter. The debug will wrap the results for us. And we enable again. So, okay, Rust Rover, all this stuff, cool. We have Firefox. And now this is where it gets weird, right? So this is saying that the class is windows.ui.core window, that the exe is systemsettings.exe, and that the title is settings. So let's keep that. I'm gonna unset the debug for a moment so that we can We can just get this back up here. Where was it? It's like here, right? So Windows UI core window. This red stuff in that picture is really distracting. I'm gonna change that to the main Komorebi page. Okay, so this is what we have according to the debug of that function, which I've lost again. Come on, where was it? There it is. UI, Windows UI core window. But if I do Komorebi C visible Windows, the way it gets reported is that, okay, it's settings, but the exe is application frame host .exe, and the class is application frame window. I think this is to do with UWP and the lovely people at Microsoft not following the basic Windows GUI application framework and recommendations. It's very frustrating when there are apps that are put out by Microsoft that just don't act how apps on Windows are supposed to act. This is another one of those cases, unfortunately. So we know that's the case. So, and this is the thing, right? The HWND is also going to be different. I guarantee it. I don't actually think. Well, I mean, the HWND is obviously going to be different. I'm not logging out the HWND here, but like I just know, because you can't have a window owned by a different executable have the same HWND. It doesn't work. It has to belong to a certain specific exe. So we know that these two have different HWNDs. And a HWND, by the way, I know I say this a lot, is a handle to a window handle. H is handle. I didn't know this until way into my development of Komorebi. I was just like, HWND, and I just kept saying HWND. It's actually a window handle in their Microsoft shorthand. So, if focused window, okay, this is an edge case check. So we check to see if that HWND, if that window handle is a known window handle. We go into all of our workspaces and all of our monitors, and we just check if the workspace contains a window with that window handle. If it's not a known window handle, we do some special handling for Chromium-based stuff. And we look for HWND from EXE. And so the title is the same. I wonder if we can do something similar here. It seems like the title is the same, right? Settings. And we're only ever using this here. So if we do HWND from title, we can call title. If we get a title, make some changes here. And so if the titles match, then return the HWND of that. Maybe that's a way to go about it. Actually, I don't think I want to go about it like this. I I think the core issue is that, let me get back. The HWND returned from this API is not reliable because the HWND that we're getting back from another API, the enum Windows API, is different. And that's what we have in our state. So, I think we should check our state. What time are we on? 25 minutes. I think that's a good place to call it. So in the next video, that is what we're going to do. Instead of relying on the Windows API to look at the cursor position and find the window based on that, we will take the cursor position and we will query our own window manager state for the HWND at that position. Because then we can also get rid of this workaround here. I think that's going to make everything a lot cleaner. Alright, so yeah, we'll do that. I think that sounds like an interesting episode. So why don't we start to wrap it on up today? We are going to say thank you very, very much to all of the lovely sponsors of this project. And we are going to start with Azim. Thank you very much. James, thank you very much for all of your ongoing contributions. Really thank all of you the most for just being awesome and sponsoring the project. Thanks to Pavel, EFL1P, private sponsor number 1, Maxwell, Hyro, DM1681, Red Lobster, Darian, Kwang, Surefire, Solomon, private sponsor number 2, Evan, Alex, Julian, and Hisayuki. My friends, you are amazing, and I can never thank you enough. I will keep thanking you on every video because I really can never ever thank you enough. If you too would like to become a sponsor, head on over to the sponsor page. You can become a one-time sponsor. You can become a monthly sponsor. And honestly, even if it's just $1 a month, it does make a huge, huge difference to me. If, however, you are not in a position to become a sponsor, the very, very next best thing that you can do is hit subscribe on the YouTube channel where I know you are right now watching this video. Hit subscribe because we are finally a fully monetized channel. That means all of those annoying ads that you click skip on, even like the second, the 3 seconds, the 5 seconds that you watched of that, the channel gets a little bit of the ad revenue. It's not big bucks, it's a couple of cents a day, but it's just such a great, easy, passive way to support the project. If you're already watching the videos, hit subscribe, watch some more videos, get the notifications, watch even more videos, and it's a great way to help and support the project. All right, my friends, that is it for this time. I hope that whatever you all do today, you have a great, great day. Free Palestine, and I'll see you all back here next time.